Lexington ground, Skyhawk 65641.
Skyhawk 65641, Lexington ground.
Good afternoon, 65641's on the west ramp with Charlie. We'd like to go VFR 3000 to Georgetown.
Cessna 641, maintain VFR at or below 3000, departure frequency 120.75, squawk 4566.
Okay, VFR at below 3, frequency 120.75, squawk 4566 for 641.
I think it might have cut off that end. We'll see what she does.
No, Cessna 641, you cut off at the end there, the squawk was 4566.
Yeah, affirmative, 4566 for 641.
Ground, were you able to catch that last part of that 65641's transmission?
Cessna 641 negative, it cut off 45 on the squawk. It was 4566 is the beacon code.
Roger that, 4566 for 65641. We're ready to go whenever you are.
Cessna 641, wind 220 at 6, can you take 27?
Affirmative, 641 will take 27.
So 641, roger, runway 27, taxi via Foxtrot.
27 via Foxtrot, 641.
Lexington ground, good afternoon, Commander 4810,
there you go.
3,
Yeah,
was just let go too soon?
No, I don't know. I heard it cut off. And then she said that, and I thought it did. And then when you went to transmit the second time, I thought, I didn't think it transmitted again. Let's check this real fast. Get a transmit button right here. Yeah. So if it's transmitting, that illuminates green right there. That's a good way you can kind of check it and see what it's doing on you.
Okay.
Wasn't sure what both of those were there for.
Okay, we don't have anybody behind us or anything like that.
Nope.
So I'm going to take a minute here.
Yep, take your time.
What I want to do is get the frequencies for Georgetown before we go.
Sure.
And we're on COM 2, COM 1. Okay.
Oh, I can pull that up for you.
Can you do that real quick?
Absolutely.
That'll help.
And then if you want, you're right now ready to transmit on departure, so you might want to swap that one around to your tower frequency.
Got it.
Alright, Scott County.
Okay, you're going to put them in?
Challenger 0 Delta, leave a turn left, join Alpha, contact ground point 9er, good day. Left hand turn here, down 4, join Alpha, point 9er, 710 down, talk to you
light,
now.
nav light. I do strobe light.
That's fine for me.
We are on 1. Lexington Tower, Skyhawk 65641, ready for takeoff, runway 27.
Skyhawk 65641, Lex Tower, winds 210 at 7, fly runway heading, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading 27, clear for takeoff, 65641. I know I only use the last 3.
That's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
And we're going to go 7. Got 3. Get off. Okay, nobody on approach.
Look good. And you're welcome to fly with that open. You can do that, or you can close it, either way.
I'll close it.
Let us know, we'll let you fly with it open. It's kind of nice.
So 641, contact departure, take care.
641, go to departure. Place departure, Skyhawk 641 through 1,400 for 3,000.
Skyhawk 641, listening departure, radar contact, turn right heading 360.
Right, 360, 641.
Brickyard 5876, about 1234 11,000 with Lima. Brickyard 5876, Western approach, Western altimeter 3025.
Looks good, Mike.
Descend and maintain 10,000.
Nice climb out.
10,000, 3025, Brickyard 5876.
And one of the things I did not do was turn on the altitude for the altimeter, but obviously it's on.
For the altimeter.
The squawk, to show.
Oh, yeah. This, the 4566?
Yeah.
It was already on halt, and I put it in for you.
Okay.
Yeah. When we had that transmit issue, I went ahead and did that for you.
Okay.
Same thing, though. Just 4-5, obviously just pushing numbers. And then you do have a VFR button over here on the far right-hand side.
Gotcha.
And your ident is right here.
Brickyard 5876, contact Louisville approach 134.15. 3415, Brickyard 5876. Still 796 negative, remain this frequency, that was for another aircraft. Number 641, turn right direct Georgetown.
Right, direct Georgetown, 641.
Okay, so now you can use this thing. Destination track is 041, so you can just make this agree. Right here, I'm just kind of guessing because I can't quite see it. And then you can, this will make your wind correction that way. So you can try to figure out what actual heading will give you that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're going to have to go a little further because we're not tracking it.
Well, it
Not
takes a second. It takes a second for it to catch up, yeah.
4,000.
Because this is trend based, it takes a second for it to catch up.
Okay.
Pretty close.
Georgetown, Scott County Regional Airport. Automated weather observation 2029er. Zulu weather wind 200 at 6. Visibility 10. Clear below 12,000. Temperature 20 Celsius. Dew point 7 L.
You just want to touch and go first?
Yeah, let's do a couple touch and goes.
Okay.
Airport Cherokee 3280.
And this is saying we are how far? 5.8.
5.8.
Georgetown traffic, Skyhawk 65641, about 5.5 to the southwest. I think crossing midfield at 2,500 for a left downwind 21 touch and go. Georgetown.
So go ahead, you just set it up like you normally would. Just try to forget that I'm here for the moment. Fly like you normally would, a normal approach, a normal landing, and then we'll kind of debrief it real quick. Anything that I can give you some tweaks or whatever. Okay. It'll give you a good feel of kind of your methodology of setting up. I like the way you're setting up your midfield crossing is great, and that's a really safe scenario.
They're used to reaching for carb heat.
Yeah, right, you don't get that. Kind of makes your approach a little bit easier, but different for sure.
I still got the landing light on, so.
That's fine, yeah. Not gonna hurt anything.
Georgetown traffic, Skyhawk 641 is crossing midfield from the west, entering left downwind 21 touch and go Georgetown. I just don't know the RPMs for some of this.
Yeah, I would probably, to set up your descent, bring it back to about 16, 1700. That should get you right down into pattern altitude. And then once you're at pattern altitude, put it right to, I usually bring, once you're at pattern altitude, 2,000 RPMs, maybe 19 on a day like this, pretty cool, fairly dry. Yeah, there you go.
Georgetown traffic, Sky 641's entering left downwind 21 Georgetown.
And you can bring it back even more aggressively if you need to. You're pretty close in, so that way you're not getting too bound up.
I was holding back too.
Yeah, that's okay. I chop the power usually right above the field and start getting it coming down because, well, they want to fly. These Cessnas, they just keep wanting to fly, so it kind of makes it a little bit easier here on the back end of the descent.
Traffic, Sky 641's turning left base 21, touch and go Georgetown.
Alright, let's go ahead and throw that mixture all the way back in real quick if you don't mind, thanks. And then, just set up like you normally would your normal power settings. So on base, whatever normal power setting you would have and whatever flaps, you gotta have to slow down just a little bit more before you can throw that. There you go, that'll get you.
Yeah, I'm behind on that. I should have had that first notch in already.
That's okay, just hold on. So you're at about 95. Bottom of the white arc starts about 85. There you go. That's right, just keep holding that nose up and it'll slow down. Good. Good, very good. Final is clear.
First on traffic, Sky 641, straight final runway 21, touch and go Georgetown.
Nice and coordinated, Mike, good. Great. Nice thing is you got a nice little headwind, so the fact that you're high, you don't have to worry about nearly as much because you know you're gonna have a higher sink rate just because it's gonna take longer to get there. Looking good. That's not bad. 70's usually about, I'm trying to cross the fence about 70.
Do you?
Yeah.
Alright, switching the eyes down.
Yep, that's right, good.
Sun in my eyes.
Sorry, my man. But I don't know if that's going to help you any, but we'll try. Very nice. Good. Bringing all that power in. Do you have all the power in?
Yep.
Oh, it is. Sorry.
Sorry.
That's funny.
Go around again?
Yeah, let's do it again. That was great. Very nice approach.
First time traffic, Sky 641's up on 21, staying in a pattern, touch and go Georgetown.
Not that I didn't believe you, it just over here I can see a lot of silver. I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it did.
It didn't look like it. I'm like, dog.
What, sun is bright.
Is this helping at all? I'm not sure. I'm getting it. No, I'm not. There's nothing I can really do to help. It is bright.
First time traffic, Sky 641's turning left crosswind, 21 Georgetown.
So don't overlead your rudder. There you go. That's right. Good job. So yeah, once you get to pattern, what I find with this plane, put it right there about 2019. Throw right in there. That's going to keep your airspeed right at the bottom of that white arc. Maybe pull out 50 more RPMs, just a little bit more. And that way you don't have to lose that airspeed later.
Right.
That way when you're set up, when you're ready, right, you know, almost now, you're almost to beam your touchdown zone. and you can almost add flaps immediately. So as soon as you bring that power back, you can get your flaps in there. Makes it a little bit easier. Good, nice. Very good.
Northbound traffic, Sky 641, straight left base, 21%.
Water tower and I are old friends.
Good. Yeah, I was gonna say it's a nice tight traffic pattern. I like to see that. It's good in a single engine airplane. Looking real good. And final is clear.
Northbound traffic, Sky 6541 is turning final, runway 21, touch and go Georgetown.
I can take something if you need me to.
Thank you.
Yep. That's what I'm here for.
Side load.
Yeah, a little bit. All right.
Do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again. So, once you get this thing set here on your climb, I'll give you a little suggestion we'll try this time.
Okay.
All right, you ready for me to talk to you? Yeah, you're
Yeah, go
established
ahead.
at 80. Good. Okay. Try not to give you too much as you're trying to get climbing out. So, let's try to do. Let's try this number. When you make that initial power change, when you are doing your when you're beam your numbers or beam whatever your touchdown zone is. Probably let's try maybe 16 or 17, maybe 16.
Okay.
Let's try to see what the right number is.
All right.
Because it's going to slow down. So if you get 16, it'll probably come down to about 14 or so. But one of the things you did was you pulled power, then you added power, and I think you made like 5 different power changes.
Okay.
And I think the statistic is 75%, 75 or 80% of all single engine aircraft engine failures are centered around a power change.
All right.
So the last place I want a power power loss is on a landing. So I like to try to make one power change and then manage my descent rate using flaps.
Okay.
That way, I don't make that I make 2 power changes. One then at the being my touchdown zone, and then one when I know I've got my runway. Essentially when I'm on short final.
Okay.
So I just try to minimize those power changes because I don't want to experience an engine out on a landing. So, not that's not intended. If I'm practicing an engine out, that's one thing. But to create the potential for one, I want to try to reduce that risk. So, your approach was good. Your airspeeds were up and down a little bit, but I think it's just because you're trying to figure out the aircraft a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And you're figuring out your power settings a lot. So I may be picking on something that you would normally do differently in a different aircraft. But let's try to see if we can figure out what the power setting is that allows you to make one power change. And then, unless you have to make another one, let's try to make none other. So I still do my 10-degree flaps when I make that power change. So just like you did the last one, do everything like that. And I'll kind of talk you through maybe what we can do.
Just talk me through it.
So go ahead and do your power change like you normally would. So there you go. Power. So let's try it right about there. Hold your pitch so your airspeed will slow down, slowing down, slowing down, slowing down. There you go. That'll work. Throw your 10 degree of flaps in. Now drop the nose. And you can have your hand on the power, because that's fine. That's not a bad idea. But don't use flaps unless you know you can use them and still be making your runway, even if without changing your power. So.
Georgetown traffic, Sky 41's base 21. Georgetown.
This is looking perfect so far. So it looks like, based on your last time, we may be a little bit high, maybe, but we still have plenty of time. We'll wait till this runway looks. Yeah, we can see it. So based on what you can see the runway right now, would you say you're high, low, or right on?
Pretty close.
I think so too. So why don't we ease 20 miles off? Yeah. So let's hold for just a second. Let's hold that 20 for just a second, because we are a little bit further out this time than we were last time, until you think we could add 20 and still make the runway.
Okay.
Georgetown traffic, Sky 641's turning final 21. Georgetown.
So I think now you can throw it in there. So let's do 20. Line up, and again, don't do your 30 until you know you've got your runway if you lost your engine. So look, you're nice. This is a beautiful 3 degrees descent rate. This is beautiful. So once to the point where you think, okay, now I know I got my runway, you can hit your 30 degrees. Start letting that airspeed slide off. You're at about 85. So now, if you lost your engine, I think you could make your runway. You're a little bit high, a little bit fast, so you could bring that power reduction now, because you're essentially short final.
Okay.
We're about 12 miles.
So, rest of the approach is normal. You do whatever you would normally do at this point in the approach.
Under descent now.
Yeah, these are faster than I'm used to. I usually try to come across at 65.
Well, and you can do that in this one too. And it may mean that we do just a slight bit of bigger reduction. I'll concentrate on this one. I'll be quiet to you. Eyes at the end, runway. There you go. Using that rudder. Beautiful. Very nice. Yep. Use that side slip a little bit if you need to. Forward slip. There you go. Good. Beautiful. Very nice, Mike. So the advantage was you made 2 power changes.
Right.
You made one when you were beam, and you made one essentially when you were on short final. Okay. So you weren't up and down with the power. You weren't trying to manage your altitude. You were just maintaining that sink rate and using your flaps to continue that 3%. Yeah, continue that 3%, using it to slow you down. And so let's try that again. If you're comfortable with that.
Yeah.
I think it's safer. In the end, more than anything, it's a safer approach because you're not up and down on the power, and it makes your brain think about one thing. Do I do flaps or not? Do I do the flaps or not? Rather than do I do power? Oh, now do I do flaps? It gives your brain kind of only one thing to really manage, which is your flaps.
All right. I want to get a radio call in since that guy's coming. I don't know where he's flying.
Yep, I'll be quiet.
That's all right.
Georgetown traffic, Sky 641's turning left crosswind 21, touch and go Georgetown.
Very nice approach, by the way. Now I'll try to be kind of quiet this time, unless you have a question, but I'll let you try to apply that, see if you can kind of figure out what the right puzzle piece is to get your approach in, and see if it helps you.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's just different than what I was taught.
Right.
I was taught, the initial flaps on base, do the other 20, and then on final 30.
Go ahead.
Georgetown traffic, Sky 641 is turning left downwind 21 Georgetown.
This way of doing it is less methodical. That's methodical. You're going to use the flaps at a certain position, and then you're going to use your power to manage that sink rate. But that's not wrong. It just, the challenge in it is it does leave yourself at a little bit more of a risk of an engine out. So if I can think through it and use my flaps now to manage that sink rate and to manage my airspeed, you can do that. And if it doesn't work for you, you're not going to hurt my feelings.
No, it's fine. I mean,
I'm making you think of something different.
Yeah. Just learning.
I have a buddy, flew a Cherokee 6 for a bunch of years, and then he flew a Baron, and in both of those aircraft, he's experienced an engine, idle power lost to idle, and it was around a throttle cable breakage. And so that was what finally made me believer of going, yeah, it really does happen. Throttle cables do break. And every time you move it, I'm more likely to cause something that's going to break it. Looking good. Your approaches are very good. You're dealing well with it's not a big crosswind, but you're doing really well with this crosswind. I like your pattern. It's nice and nice rectangular pattern.
Georgetown traffic, Sky 641, left base 21, Georgetown.
Yeah, it's hard when you have 800 hours in and then try to pick up something. You get this new guy sitting beside you going, I don't know about this.
Well, plus a different airplane. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I mean, I'm not making excuses. I just
no.
It is different.
It is different.
There.
Georgetown traffic, Sky 641, starting final runway 21, touch and go Georgetown.
And there's nothing wrong with managing our altitude with power. That's what we were taught.
Georgetown traffic, 07. Hotels on Skylane, 10 miles southeast inbound, 21. Georgetown, Scott County, Skyhawk 106ET, left base, runway 21, 3 miles down. 561, short line, runway 21.
I got too much speed going.
That's alright. Yeah, just pull that power out. You got a nice long runway. Worst thing happens, we do a taxi back. It's no big deal. I don't think you have to. Very nice.
Did I get the nose?
There you go.
Did I land on the nose wheel?
No, you did great. Flaps are up.
This is nose heavy more than the other one, I think. It feels, maybe it's just me. Maybe I have my trim wrong.
I think it's just that nose wheel sits so low.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think so. Very good. Let's do one more and let's head home.
All right.
Georgetown traffic, Sky 641's up on 21, staying in a pattern, touch and go Georgetown.
Skyhawk 106ET, turning final, runway 21. Which airport? Georgetown.
Georgetown traffic, Sky 641, starting left, crosswind 21, Georgetown.
So it sounds like we got 3 in the pattern.
Yeah, I lost track. I knew we had 2.
Couldn't tell. It sounded like there was somebody that was a surprise, and I thought, oh, I didn't know you were here.
Yeah.
And
but I don't see anyone.
I don't either.
Georgetown traffic, Sky 641, steering left downwind 21, Georgetown.
Madison traffic, Skyway. Skyhawk 106ET, Georgetown, short final 21.
Okay, so we got short final.
There's
See that traffic? Yep.
Yeah, I got him. Another one out there somewhere. 1 or 2.
Say west area traffic, 3 Golf Lima, wide left base, 19er, full stop, City West.
I don't hear anybody calling base or final.
West area traffic, 3 Golf Lima, left base, final,
final 19 full stop, empty weather.
Take it out just a little bit further, just in case there's somebody in there.
All right.
Georgetown, Skyhawk 106 ET, clear of runway 21.
Georgetown traffic, Sky 641, is turning left base 21 Georgetown.
Sorry, I try to keep my feet out of your way as best I can.
No, you're all right.
It's hard for me not to have them on there. My feet are always there. I just try to keep them floating more than pushing.
If I were an instructor, I think I would constantly have my feet on there.
You have to, you know.
Georgetown traffic, Sky 641, is turning final runway 21, touching go Georgetown.
Georgetown 07, hotel left base runway 21.
We got somebody behind us.
There we go.
Okay, we overshot a little bit.
Georgetown 3561, final runway 25.
Alright, now we point it down.
That way he knows right where to look for us.
Power off of it.
Yeah. Got it. Looking really good, Mike. It's at least it's not a different airplane. It's the it's
Yeah.
a similar airplane.
Right.
And that helps. Good. Very nice. Beautiful. Alright, what's that drone?
Alright. Okay, we're high, so
I'd go ahead and start yanking some power because you know you're going to make your runway. Probably it's going to require flaps and power. There you go, good. Increase that sink rate a little bit so you're not increasing your airspeed. There you go, very good. And you know you still got a good size runway. It's so deceiving. It's actually a good size runway. It's just so small in comparison to 2-2.
right.
Very nice.
West Tower 01 Whiskey, where's that Cessna in the pattern?
Over the numbers.
01 Whiskey, roger, thank you.
Very good, very nice using that aileron and keeping it straight with your feet. That's great.
Boom.
Beautiful.
A little hard.
Nice. That's okay. Nice little crosswind landing.
So it's a 641, turn left when able, taxi Foxtrot to the ramp, this frequency, have a good one.
Alright.
One able Foxtrot to the ramp with you. 641.
I'm going to go and throw your flaps up for you. Flaps are engaged and up and all the way. Very nice flight, Mike. Good job.
Thank you. Strobes. Landing.
You're clear away. One thing I do encourage my students to do is any changes like that. Now I did your flaps and I told you.
Right.
We did that on the move, but I told you what I was doing. But any kind of like lighting changes, just wait till you get across the whole short line, come to a complete stop, and then do those.
Okay.
That way you can really focus. If you're moving, you can really focus your attention on the environment. It just helps prevent any opportunity for a runway incursion. So don't worry about those lights until you can stop, and the worst thing happens is you come all the way back to the ramp and then you turn them off.
Gotcha.
It's not that big a deal. As long as you're not running the strobes up there blinding everybody in the middle of the night, but so.
You want me to go ahead and wrap up with you before I refuel it? Or?
Yeah, we can go ahead and run it over to the fuel farm though. We can wrap up.
Okay.
And and then
I was gonna let you go early if you wanted to.
Yeah, no, we can do that.
fuel.
Yeah, we can but we can go ahead and pull over there. I don't think we're gonna be in anybody's way. Well, that Baron is, no, they're departing though, because they were coming in. They're not gonna go over there to the farm, and they're just coming out. So I bet we'll be fine. We'll park over there, and then we can wrap up and do our logbook endorsement.
All right.
So I guess that means you'd have to walk further, but it would mean 1 start instead of 2. So.
All right. So you want me to go ahead?
Yeah, let's go to the fuel farm.
Yeah, it's funny in the Sims. I mean, I'm into the level where like you can go in and modify airport layouts and stuff.
Yeah.
So like if there's not a fuel farm, you can add one.
That's
and all that stuff. Really pretty interesting.
That's fun. The shutdown procedure is the same as any other. Just avionics master off.
Yep, mixture all the way out. That's it.
Okay.
Good job. If you want, leave me with your logbook.
All right.
And then I'll work on that, and that way I can help you with the restart. So if you have any questions about the restart on this thing,
Since it's hot.
I'll be here for you.
Okay.
Won't throw you to the wolves yet. Won't throw you to the wolves yet.